185 Miles South, a hardcore punk rock podcast.
He's not homeless, he's just fucking...
Yeah, you're not homeless.
He just lives in his van for recreation.
Yeah, what's his hashtag? Looks fun.
Dude, van guy.
Yeah,
follow van guy.
probably runs a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a new hipster, huh?
It's fucking wild.
That's a new zine, dude.
No, it is though.
Instagram?
No,
podcast.
podcasting.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Podcasting is a new zine.
Wasn't like Fred trying to bring its life back,
He should.
like an actual zine form?
He should.
He should.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, because I mean,
I saw something.
he must have like done that format first, so, like the one staple. Like I stole that shit because like doing the zine where you're doing like the front and the back and like they're connecting and folding.
Yeah.
You gotta like really plan out your zine. Like page 2 is connected to like page 16 and shit. Like you gotta know math and shit.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
You know, you gotta like fucking have that board like you're like hunting down the serial killer with all the different fucking strings and shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, but like, so because he did the zine like that before. And then like the last few issues, he like fucking one of the most brilliant moves ever. It was just like, you know, one pager. It was like front and back with a single staple in the top left.
Like the localism, that's how the insert was on that. It was just
It was, you're right.
staple.
Yeah.
And like,
So it's like right when you went to
like
that.
a packet from school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just get
It was brilliant. I jacked that shit. For my fanzine, always try.
Always try it.
Yeah, I did too. Fanzine life is hard.
I know, I did one zine. I had a zine, I did one.
What was it?
It was called I Want Your Guts.
That's great.
Yeah, it was cool.
No reply, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we are live. This is recorded on May 13th, 2019. I'm here with Chris Ramos from Dead Heat, and we're bringing back Stuart for the Nardcore scene report. And that's where we're at. Brought you in on a nice soft open while they were talking shit about podcasts, saying we're hipsters. That was very rude, but I forgive you. Anyway, so what's up with the Nard, dude? It's like popping as fuck. Like, okay, here's my outside take, because I lived in San Diego for 13 years. I've been waiting for something to hit, and it's like I feel like it's hitting. Like it was finally like Dead Heat got that like outside hype and like ran with it a little bit. I feel like there was a time that like Violation got like a little bit of that and like didn't really run with it, you know? And so like you guys are hitting, and then I feel like there's other shit like popping up around you, like in the more like straight hardcore shit. And then like there's this, all the old bands are kind of like still going, like going strong and shit, and they're all around. And then you got like the real young shit too, right? Like the Civil Conflict.
You got a couple teenage.
Yeah, it's all ages are like kicking right now.
Yeah, it's like it's firing on all fucking cylinders, and that's why I want to know what's happening.
Well, I mean, shows have been popping off this last couple, like maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
It's been growing like another scene. Like, I mean, we had one a couple years back, like 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, 4 or 5. There's like Nevermind was playing a lot of shows. Vendetta was like playing a few shows. Retaliate was coming down a lot, or coming up here, and that fizzled out, and then you guys popped up.
Yeah, well,
pretty much.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and then like we had the library for a while, which was doing free shows. So that was a good staple for like local bands to start coming out. Because I know a lot of bands played there that I didn't even know played there, I guess.
What was the library?
The library was right above where Ventura Theater is, up on the street.
EP Foster?
EP Foster.
The livery?
No, not the livery.
What?
The opposite way.
Okay. I know. I've no
across
idea.
from Winchester is like the Ventura library.
Yeah, like literally across from Winchester. Yeah. It's like, it's like.
So there are a bunch of bands playing there.
Yeah.
It was sick.
It was sick though, because it was free and you couldn't charge for shows. So like random people came out.
Yeah.
A bunch, like from the woodworks and stuff. So it was sick. Like you had good crowds. But after that, like it was hard to find venues. It's like all ages, but like.
But that's always here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I remember going around and like talking to everyone, like I think I was telling you about booking trying to do that other Funeral Ration show, and like we were like, there was like some place that was like Laser Star, but it wasn't Laser Star. And then like we'd go all through like anywhere there was like a bowling related area, like, you know, go talk to the bowling alley and like this and that. Because there was a show at like the ice skating rink, right?
Yeah. I booked one show there, and it was rad. It was fucking sick.
What was it?
It was like 80 kids, and it was all local bands. We had one band from South Bay, like Hermosa Beach, Constant Struggle, come up. But it was Never Met, Crucial, Fly Swatter, then Constant Struggle, and then these kids in they're called Violent Americans.
Okay.
Dude, like everybody came out, made like almost a G.
They should have let us rent up the top room.
Dude,
there was a top room.
There was a top. There was like 3 rooms at that spot.
What?
And the guy, we had that show, and then the dude Larry, who was like super cool, just kind of, I think he figured out how much money we could make at a show, and he was like started to charge us like a flat rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we knew it, the place was like being leveled. So I feel like that's just like how it's been. It's just like you have one show, it's like one and done, or like 2 and done.
You feel like you find a good place, and they're like, oh, we're gonna run this place. Oh, this place is shutting down.
Yeah, or like someone else like outside of the friend group, I feel like, or the scene, like wants to book a show, and then it brings out like people that kind of fuck it up. Like that place, the Pad in Ventura. Remember that?
Oh, the Pad.
That place is cool.
Yeah, it was a church. It was a back room of a church, across from the government center in Ventura.
Huh.
And I forget what happened. Was it like tagging or was
someone like tagged to the bathroom.
Yeah, like
that's normal.
So
yeah, but
it was a good spot. It was like a nice room, like huge room, like.
I just feel like a lot of these punk problems, like they'd be just fixed with like a little bit of planning, right? Like if whoever books the show, if they just say like, okay, if anything gets damaged tonight, like I'm gonna be here with 2 friends tomorrow, and we'll like fix it. You know, if you went forward with like that wherewithal, like these places like might still be going. You know, like any tagging in the bathroom, like we're coming to take care of it. You know what I mean? Like just go assess the situation, run to the fucking deeps, come back. You know, fucking fix it. You know, but
I feel like a lot of people that were booking there were not obviously planning.
Yeah, well,
that kind of stuff.
I know that's the problem with
like, oh yeah, we can book the spot for like whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of venues kind of popping up, just like house show stuff, like Civil Conflict. They have this place, I think it's called like the Nard House.
Okay. No, is it like the Civil Compound or something?
Is it the Civil Compound?
I think
that sounds even tighter.
Yeah, it's like fucking
I think
crass. Like crass is fucking
one of their
moved.
backyards.
It's like a backyard with a stage and shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna do community farming and shit too. Like,
That'd be tight.
dude, fucking Nardcore carrots and shit.
Dude,
Nard carrots.
Let's make a soup. Like we should have a soup after the show.
Dude, omelet.
Dude, how about that?
They've been doing shows there, but I feel like there's like a little bit of a divide between the kids and the stuff like Dead Heat's doing, like with an Omega Point. Like, you know, we're like the hardcore. Like, I feel like we're even like the older dudes now, like late 20s, and they're all like.
Well, you are. How old are you?
29.
Dude, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah,
motherfucker. That's hardcore R.I.P.
Yeah,
Because they're what? 17?
They're like
18,
16 to
maybe
19
18 at the most. Like,
Dude, you have one job. Is merge the scenes.
And
you have one job.
We can't because there's only fucking bars to play out here.
Yeah, so we try. That's why I've been trying to have all ages like shows, like as many as we can, and just to make the scene grow together. But it's like it's hard
because it's like it's never been firing like on all cylinders, like in 2 different like age groups.
Yeah,
like you gotta fucking make it happen, dude.
Yeah,
we'll make it happen.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We're stoked, so it'll happen.
So let's go through. Let's talk about like some of those bands. Civil Conflict. What do you know about?
They're they have nothing recorded. They have like a YouTube EP, I think.
But they've been playing hella shows.
They've been playing like out of town, like all over the place.
Yeah,
and aggressively, right? Like they're not worried. They're not worried about like I'm gonna burn someone out. They're like I'm gonna play and I'm gonna win you over.
Yeah. Basically, because they shred. And
they're sick.
Yeah, they're young and they shred, and you're just like blown away.
Yeah.
So we got them. We got Bootleg Brigade.
Is that part of that clique?
Yeah. They're younger too, but they fucking shred. I've seen them before. I remember they covered Bad Brains. That was tight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they played Rock City. But I think they split for a while or like broke up and they're back now.
Yeah, because I seen.
Were they from Simi Valley?
I don't know.
It's all part of Nard, dude. Scared Straight.
Yeah, it's good.
Because that's one of your goals, dude, right? Because you put on your 90s comp your
fucking
retail price
yeah.
including them. And so, like, I think that's a spread. I think we got to get Down Presser and Minus claiming the Nard.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They still, I guess, represent 805.
Yeah, that was Down Presser's MySpace tag was like Down Presser 805.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Down Presser HC.
But they're the RKL. They're the modern RKL.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know, and they're fucking shredders too.
Yeah.
You know, in the same way, different style of music, different attack, but it's like the motherfucking north of Carpinteria knows how to fucking shred.
Yeah.
You know?
I went on my first tour, like official tour with them as their merch guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude,
that was like 2014.
You go full US?
Yeah. It was like almost 30 days, or more than 30 days, I think.
Jesus.
And it was like 35 or something like that.
Yeah. And that was your first tour experience?
Full US, yeah. I did like a week before with like the band Total Resistance.
Yeah.
And I was to like Nebraska and back, like to Midwest.
Let's go back. Let's talk about Total Resistance a little bit, because this is an unsung band of Nard.
Absolutely.
Right? So they put out the one CD?
They put out a lot of shit.
They put out like I want to say like 3 different, at least 2 of them were EPs and then 1 LP.
On like CD?
On CD.
All of it was CD.
All of it was CD.
Everything was CD.
Everything was recorded.
But the last one was like the LP.
This Dying Scene.
Yeah.
That was yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That was the last thing they did, and I think that was on CD. That was on Second Best. That was Josiah's label who played drums for TR.
And they were a legit ass band.
Yeah, they did a lot. They've had a lot of songs, probably like 40 songs in total. Like I've known them for like a pretty long time, and I remember like their first thing was like a 15-song demo.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
I mean that might have been part of the reason why it's hard to catch on, right? Like people want to grab you like from the demo. Like I remember like Tara was big before the demo. You know what I mean? Like at their first show, it's like everyone like they were already popular.
yeah.
It's just like because people want to get on board with a band young and like grow with them.
Like
sure, First Step played on that fucking demo for like 3 years. I feel like it's like, dude, First Step literally has 4 songs and a cover, and they've come out to California like 6 times.
To be honest, we kind of did that at first.
Yeah, you guys too. Dude.
Like our demo, like for some reason, a lot of people liked it and was going off for like
some reason that shit is tight, dude. Yeah. But and that's what got repressed on that LP.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
LP.
Oh no. Actually, those
demo?
are all songs that they just scrapped.
For real?
Yeah, like they had a lot of like punk songs, like more punk, and then they became more melodic as time went on.
Yeah, no, but Dead Heat.
Oh, Dead Heat.
Yeah. What are you talking about right now?
He's talking about Dead Heat. You're talking about TR.
No, I was talking.
He was talking about TR. I was talking about Dead Heat.
We're doing the opposite.
Whatever.
But no, Dead Heat. Yeah, when we played the demo for like, we had 2 extra songs that we didn't put on the demo, and we ended up putting them out like a couple months later, just because we're like, oh, we should just save these, or whatever about them. And then we're like, finally, like, let's just put it out. And then we put it on like a 2-song teaser.
That cassette thing, right?
The cassette thing, yeah.
Okay, so the demo, did he put out a demo? He put out a demo
in 2016.
Okay, and that's like what that first LP is, with like the dude on it.
Yeah, the LP.
I don't know how you describe that dude.
It's the dude.
It's
a 6-pack.
The fucking
what it is it's from a flyer.
Okay.
From Violence. Yeah, and it's just a flyer. And
Bio-Dash Lens.
Bio-Dash Lens. Yeah. And it's just a picture of a guy with a gun.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, shit is so sick.
Yeah.
So we're just like,
Jack.
And then we tried to do our own thing with it. But like, yeah, we used that and then just put out the demo with it. And then we ended up having the extended demo, which is the 2 other songs that we record at the same time.
Yeah.
But we just never put it on it.
Yeah.
So we're like, it's the same mastering, whatever. So it sounds the same.
Yeah.
So we put all that, and then we just put out that all together and put it out on the 12-inch one-side LP.
I love it.
That was a one-side?
That's a one-side.
Oh fuck, I never bought it. So
I bought it.
I fucked up.
Full price in the store with the markup.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
Is that Salzer's?
I don't know. No. Oh, there was 2. I sold there.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know who sold there.
I wouldn't have bought it there though. I can't remember where I bought it. But that shit is tight, and one side is cool. Like people got to make that move now because you can't make money on a 7-inch.
No.
You got to do the LP and just
I did a one-side LP. That shit was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it for?
What
was it?
This band Blighted I was in.
Blighted.
Blighted did a record?
So
we did. it was 3.
Blighty did 3 pieces of vinyl.
We did an LP that I didn't play on, and then we did a one-sided LP, and then we did a 7-inch that never came out. But
I gotta get the one that you played on, dude.
I'll give you. I have 20 of them.
I'm looking forward to that. They're in the van and they haven't melted yet?
Yeah, they're in the van. They're under my bed.
I still haven't checked under my seat, like if that Silence Forever 7-inch is under there or not.
Oh, fuck.
I found out that Drummond, he recorded all that stuff, though, all that Ventura stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's the guitarist of Mr. 23rd.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like he did all that stuff, and like including the Silence Forever, but he did like all of them, which is weird because you thought that the Silence Forever like sonically stood out.
Yeah.
So like, who knows why that one was so much better? We'll have to ask him at some point.
Yeah.
Because like it is a standout. Maybe it's just because they were a band that stepped it up. Like they were a band that put out a 7-inch, so maybe they like came in with a little more intent or something. I don't know.
I'd say so.
So anyway, let's go back to Total Resistance. Like they did a tour.
Yeah.
They did like one little half tour.
They did like two tours.
Did they do a full US?
Not full US. Oh wait, I know they played Florida, but I don't know if they flew there or because.
I know, like, Vendetta went out to Florida, too, and, like, came back.
Yeah.
And that seems like the fucking dumbest idea ever to me. Because, like...
We did that.
Dude, it's still a stupid idea. You can't convince me otherwise. It's like, if there's no money, it's like, you can't afford to backtrack. Like, there has to be money every, like, where you stop.
Oh, no. That's
like,
definitely what we did, but yeah.
Yeah, or, I mean, you save your money and, like, burn it, right? But, like... I don't know. And it's kind of fun when you're trying to plan out shit to like not lose money because you're stopping in all these little towns. Like, for some reason, we always ended up in this town like Kirksville, Missouri. I don't know why. They just like threw us a show.
Yeah,
and it was like cool. It's on the way. Like it's like
when
you
don't have to drive out of the way for it.
Well, yeah, when you go from like. If you go Vegas and then Denver and then you're going to cut east, like you decide where you're going to cut north to get to like the Great Lakes, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you want to play somewhere on the way. So like, I don't know if you're able to get like a South Dakota show, you take that. And if you can't, you do like a Missouri show or wherever the fuck is north of that.
Is it Kansas?
You know? Yeah. Like all that area.
Yeah.
Kansas and Missouri, they border. It's like, those are the boring ass states to drive, dude.
Yeah, and then you barely hit Nebraska or like somewhere like where there's more of a scene, I guess. Like
yeah, I mean I don't know. Like the last time I toured would have been 03. Not to date myself, but shit, I still look good. So Total Resistance, that was like a legit Nard band, and then let's talk about Never Met as another like stopgap band. Like,
we put out a 7-inch.
Did they overlap much? Did you guys overlap with
No, we
Total Resistance?
played a bunch of shows with them. We played at least 2 or 3, actually, I'd say, and then they bit the dust.
Yeah, I feel like you guys were kind of like right after them.
Yeah. We did a demo. We did a 7-inch, which was cool because that was like our first 7-inch, I think, from all of us.
Yeah.
So we're fucking stoked.
Well, it was good. Like, it felt faster than the other bands.
That was our goal, was just to be as fast as possible.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It's like if that's your goal and you're the drummer, you can make it happen.
Yeah, dude. Like I called the shots out. You know, it's just like I'm gonna play this fucking fast.
Yeah.
So you better follow. And then they ended up writing really complicated riffs, so it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
You know,
we just went with it.
Yeah, we just went with it. Like, we were stoked. We didn't last very long. I ended up moving, and the band kind of fizzled out. And then
you did a good 2 years, no?
We were around.
It was like 4
years.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah, because like the 7-inch is on the very tail end.
Yeah, we like slept on putting that thing out for a while because we had like all these other ideas, like doing a split with Ventura's Fly Swatter, which only came out on CD and it was like super limited. But then those songs ended up being on the 7-inch on Camel Clutch.
Sick.
Super tight.
Where'd you move to?
I moved to the Bay.
For how long?
Like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, I was living in Oakland.
What do you do?
I was like dating this chick and moved up there, and then we broke up, and then I just decided to stay.
What do you do for work? Like to survive up there?
Trader Joe's.
Nice. Dude, that's where you started, Trader Joe's. That Trader Joe's life or lifestyle.
Yeah.
to life.
It's a cool job.
Dude, everyone seems happy there, you know? It's like, I don't know. People are never dicks to me when I check out.
Yeah.
You know? And same with Costco. Like, they both seem like decent place to work. Like, Steve's been at Costco for like...
You get a good life plan when you work at Costco.
Yeah.
Costco's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Steve, like, he started working at Costco because it's been his life dream to live in Hawaii. Because, like, he's full-blown Hawaiian. Or his dad.
Who's Steve?
Steve Wailea, my good friend. You don't know him?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, you don't fucking know Steve Wailea, goddammit.
Fuck.
Anyway, he fucking lived in Hawaii for a little while, and it's, like, hard to get a job there if you don't want to be in the service industry. It's, like, the only, like, real good job is, like, Costco. So, like, he had to move back to Nard. And then, like, he got a job at Costco, and he's, like, on the waiting list to go to Hawaii, like, 15 years later, because everyone's trying to go to Hawaii. Because if you're, like, in Costco and you've been working there for, like, 10, 15 years and, like, you've, like, built up your wage, it's like, then go live in Hawaii. Like,
you make crazy money, like, at Costco and Trader Joe's, too, both jobs.
If you stick it out.
Dude, I know lifers, dude. I knew dudes that have worked there for 45 years. And it's just like, I was hired by Joe.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. Like,
You mean the Joe?
like the Trader Joe, dude.
Yeah, but they gotta have a little something extra, right? Like, they get, like, a pin. So I'm like, okay, you can never fire this guy, and, like, he's on an upper echelon of pay. Like, you got hired by the trader, dude.
This is your boss.
So you want to say anything else about Never Met? Or are we moving on from that?
I don't know much else to say. We played a few shows after our breakup. That was actually Dead Heat's first show at the library.
Oh yeah,
that's a great tie-in. Let's talk about the first Dead Heat show. How did you put the band together? Have you done bands before?
Yeah, I mean I've done bands with John and our drummer and Anthony, our guitarist, and obviously Brando, our bassist, and we were just like we started like every type of style of band before it.
Yeah.
Like just trying to fuck with it. Like we started a death metal band, and that only lasted like one show, and then we had.
When was that?
Abolishment.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly. Cool. It was. We had a picture and one show.
That's a pretty good.
Nothing that you can really like remember. But yeah,
that's a pretty good.
We covered cancer.
I'll tell you, fucking best death metal band with the worst name. Authorize. Dude, it's a good record. But, like, what's it with that name?
Authorize?
Like, dude, fucking Authorize is so brutal.
That's like the green light.
It's like it's like that chick in the DMV, like, fucking just stamping your shit. You know?
Well, you were in Treacherous Skin, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah. We put out something with that. We put out a 7-inch.
That was a short-lived band. Same with Crucial, like, every band you were in.
It was all short.
You did Crucial too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Treacherous Skin was like heavy.
Yeah.
Like you stood out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that band's playing, like they sound a little different.
Yeah, we tried to make it a little heavier. We tried going more like influenced by like death metal and
Sepultura.
Yeah, Sepultura and like Obituary, but like still hardcore, I guess.
Do you use that HM2?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
No,
we just had a bunch of random shit actually. Yeah, because we kept switching it up. But no, we didn't have an HM2 sound. It was just heavier. And we didn't really know what we were going for. We kind of like started going faster at the end, and I think that's what like started off with Dead Heat. Because it was me and the drummer of Dead Heat, who was also the guitarist of Treacherous Skin.
Okay.
So he made up like the riffs for that. And even before that, we started going faster, like more thrashy.
Yeah.
Kind of like Death Angel, like more like...
Yeah, like keeping the riffage.
Yes, something to keep the riffage, the faster pace.
Yeah.
And then we just like ended off that band. 2 years later, like started this.
Did you see that shit on, what was that thrash metal documentary that came out a couple years ago? Get Thrashed? There was like, it was a great documentary, and like there was like this side, I think it was in the bonus shit, and they were talking about that Death Angel album, and you know how, like on a CD, it'll say like, for fans of, or be like, you know, like whatever, featuring so-and-so from this band. I guess when that Death Angel album came out, it just said, featuring over 180 riffs. like something like super ignorant, like, oh my god, like there's 180 riffs on this record, like I'm gonna buy it. You know?
That's at least
a lot of riffs.
At least 18 riffs per song.
Yeah, it's like oh shit, like you're doing
how many riffs per dollar?
You're like doing the math, like you fucking have a zine.
Am I getting my money's worth? That's the thing.
Yeah. So that's cool. So you guys started.
Yeah. From that we started that, just because
Try and keep that heavy sound, but like bring in the speed.
Yeah, no, we definitely try to like do something different. We're just like, I don't know, we just started listening to different shit and became like faster, I guess. Try to go more progressive with like the Oxnard sound, like keep it original, like but like at the same time keep influences from like older shit, I guess.
Like I mean shit. It's like it's cool when those things mesh. It's like you have like Nard shit, which is I don't think anything it sounds like it.
No.
And then you merge it with anything East Coast style, like Crumbsuckers or like
or like we had like leeway too kind of shit. Like I don't know, like just a lot of New York hardcore like influenced,
of course,
with thrash metal.
Yeah.
So a lot of the crossover, which it goes into,
but a very modernized.
Yeah, modernized crossover.
Yeah.
I think that's a good description of it.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going through the band. So you do a demo.
Yeah.
Who do you record with?
We went with Nick Jet.
You went to Nick?
Yeah, we did the demo and the 2-song thing with him.
Yeah, so that ended up being that like the demos LP as well as like the summer sampler with the 2 songs?
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, we did it with Nick, and it was just a track of those 2 songs just to have something out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he recorded that, and then we put that out, and then we ended up recording our final LP with Taylor Young.
Yeah.
And
let's start before the LP though. Yeah. So like you guys gain a lot of popularity. Like, is it off the demo and like the demo being like online?
A lot of like, I guess, hype with it. Like, just because like we were putting out stuff and there's a lot of little clips going out.
Yeah.
Just like shows that were going crazy. Like I remember like we played like this one parking lot show that it was supposed to be a house show. And for some reason the house got shut down, and so they moved it to like a skate park and plugged into some random pole. And we just plugged the whole thing in. And, like the show only lasted maybe an hour at the most.
Cool.
But
you were one of the bands that played in the hour.
We ended up playing like 3 songs or something.
Yeah.
And there was a video, and it just looks like a whole parking lot of kids just 2-stepping, like going crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. I remember got all crazy hype like on Twitter and stuff, and like just little things like that like would hype it up. But
and then so do you start playing out of town around that time?
I remember our second show was Fresno area.
Okay.
So yeah, we started playing.
And who's bringing you out there?
That was
just some kid hit you up.
Yeah, that was.
Or is there a band out there right now?
You always have that connection.
Yeah, we've always had like a Fresno connection with like we had like friends back there like Rise and like some other bands that aren't really playing anymore. But
yeah, because I don't remember a standout band from Fresno, which is weird because it's a huge city,
a huge scene,
and it's like it's a huge city, and like it's very Nard like.
Yeah,
like it's like 2 Nards without the beach.
Yeah,
you know. But like, because I think In Control only played off. No, I can't remember. I can't remember if it was. Yeah, I think it was In Control. We played out there one time. I don't think Retaliate ever played out there, and like it was a good show. It's just I don't know why. Like I don't know why that scene didn't like kind of merge with the Bakersfield scene because they're only like 2 hours away, and they're kind of like if they could make that a circuit, that'd be like a weekend that like every band would hit.
Yeah.
You know, if you knew you could do like a Bakersfield and a Fresno and then come home.
Most bands just do LA to like San Francisco now, which is weird because they don't even stop in like the middle ground.
Nah, for sure. But like for like SoCal bands, like everyone will go do that swing.
Yeah.
If you could do Bakersfield and Fresno.
But even like SoCal bands won't like hit the middle. Like sometimes they'll just go from LA to straight to like the Bay Area.
Fuck it, dude. We're a Southwest band, you know. Like if there's not a major airport, we don't fucking stop there or what? You know,
some shit like that.
It's just wild.
But yeah. Oh.
Yeah, another gripe is I used to hate like there was. I mean, I'm not knocking this at all because it's sick to be able to do like the fly out tours. But I used to hate like In Control we'd go and like tour the whole country and like have to work our way out there and bring our own equipment and shit and hope it's not breaking the whole time. And like we get out to the East Coast and like some band would like do a fly out. Like, oh, we just showed up. Like we're in like fucking Virginia. Like, can we use your equipment? And it's like, you fuckers flew here. Like, you should like ask if you could rent my equipment. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, it was so weird. Like, okay, you're in this position where like you're able to go on like this grown person camping trip. you know, like, or you're on your little vacation, right? Like, oh, vacation for hardcore, going out and gonna play 5 shows, you know, and like buy airline tickets and stuff, and then like you don't bring equipment, like what? I mean, so like we're
doing that soon.
No, I know
that's how I feel like on this point's gonna be.
That's cool, but like I don't know, I just feel like it was hard for us to like, dude, like we had to like drive all this equipment out here, like, and because there's not a lot of good, I don't know, I don't know, and I'm also not talking about like modern times, but Texas was always like the shit, like everywhere in Texas was fucking banging, and then like we played a really good show in Alabama, and then like Atlanta was obviously good, and like all the way up the East Coast is sick, all the way around the Great Lakes is sick, you know, and the West Coast is sick, but like to get to these places, like you have to figure out where to play shows and shit, you know, and it was just
there's always the middle. Like,
it was just always weird. I don't think you're not borrowing like equipment off like a band that drove out there. You're borrowing it off like someone you already know that's there, right? So, it's not the same.
Yeah, no, I feel that, but it's like, I mean, it was still technically we're doing the same thing. So
that's true, but like, did you ask them before you went? You guys are asking if you can borrow.
I don't play anything, bro.
No, I know. It's different from the singer, right? You know, I'll tell you, it's funny because actually, like when I sang and shit, I sang in the band I did before In Control, and then like Ryan was gonna sing for In Control, and I told him like, I fucking hate when singers don't do shit, like because you always see like after the show, everyone's gotta like load all the stuff, you know, and the singer's like. I don't know. If you're talking to the kids, like that's cool because like
I usually just go and sell merch.
Right. If you got to run back and sell merch, that's cool. If you want to talk to people that want to talk to you, that's cool. But like I would always hate like you see the singer go fuck off. Like it's like, well, help out. Like carry a cymbal stand, you know. And so like I had that talk with Ryan before he Control. I was like, if you get the glory of being the singer, like you're also like the main roadie.
Yeah.
And like, dude, Ryan stayed true to that. Like to the end, like always. He never fucking took a night off. Every single night after, no matter what show, he always like loaded everything out, and not even like trying to like bitch around like the big shit. Because for some reason, this is looking back on this in hindsight, is the dumbest thing ever. Because like my business, we spend so much money on like tools and shit.
Yeah,
we did a U.S. tour with like one of those Ampeg bass. Like the cabinet, and it didn't have wheels.
Oh my god!
It was like we were just like too cheap to put wheels on it. So like
a dolly?
Yeah, it's like we should have done something, right? But like we try to wheel it on a skateboard.
Oh no!
But it was just like, you know, and so like Ryan always took the brunt of that guy, you know.
That's true. Dude.
But anyway. You should know if they're talking to someone in advance asking, right? Yeah. They have to be. You guys are planning that out.
I've carried too many 8x10 Ampegs in my car just for everybody else, and I'm like,
yeah. That thing was a beast. I think that was Albert Moshard's Ampeg, who tried out for In Control, and another funny story that I won't tell tonight. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. Well, you know, okay, so if this is just kind of a fun Nard episode, we'll tell Nard stories. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell the whole thing, but yeah, you tried out. I think it was before. It must have been before the O2 tour, and like we were like a couple weeks out before we left, and like he just told us like, "I'm ready, dude. Like I can play everything, you know." And he came over and like he couldn't play bass. Like, and he was already in that Within a Dream band and shit. So it's like he was in a band that was playing like trying to be like Poison the Well and shit. Yeah. So we're like, well, if he can play like Poison the Well shit, he can play like In Control, you know? Like we're milking the E string on every fucking song. Like there's nothing to it, you know? And like no, he couldn't play bass. Like he didn't know how to play bass, dude. Like I don't know what I think Within a Dream he just went like do. Yeah, because everything was just like you know, but like he couldn't like strum a string. It was like it was bad. Like we weren't gonna be able to make it work, and like he was really bummed out. Like Ryan had to drive him home. It was just like, this isn't gonna work, man. And he was like really bummed. And it's like, well, like what do you expect, dude? You can't play bass. like we're only a 4-piece. Like it kind of matters, you know. Like I was never the best guitarist either, and so yeah, and we're like, we'll tell you what, Albert. Like if you want, like you can come and be our roadie, you know. Yeah. And yeah, he started roadieing and like.
Then he dropped out.
Yeah, he dropped out of high school.
So hard, dude.
He dropped out of high school and went on tour and roadie with us. And it's like his career. Like I seen him like 2 days ago. He's like always on tour. Yeah. He just hustles.
That's tight.
He's still doing it. And like he has a happy family. He has beautiful kids and a wifey. And
what state does he live in now?
North Carolina, I think. Yeah, he's got family, and his family was somewhere outside of Philly. We saw them on tour. And yeah, so he's killing it out there, but that happened. Anyway, we had to so now we're like 2 weeks out from like, it was a 5-week tour, dude. And like, I had to like basically beg Dave from Die Hard Youth to like go on tour with us. And like, he was a guitarist for that band. And like, he went and toured with us. And like, he wasn't like ready for us, you know, like it's like, so we do the whole tour. And like, I think like we hit Texas, like after like 4 weeks. And Die Hard Youth, they drive out and they're going to like play all the Texas shows and work their way back with us.
Yeah.
And Dave like went in their van and like never came out. Like we never saw Dave again except on stage. Like no hi, like nothing. Like he was just like traumatized. Like get me away from these motherfuckers like right now, you know? Like, I mean, Ryan didn't have to put his ball on his face like that early in on the tour. Like that might have like soured it a little bit, but like, you know, whatever. It was just too much for him.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, I don't know how we got on that.
I don't know. I was actually going to ask you about that, the Modern Life is War story.
What's that?
You guys like fucked up their equipment and like Ryan like shattered it. It was like, I think it was like a New Year. It was like a garage show in Oxnard.
Yeah, well, we used to like, in Control, we took it like very seriously. Like, I don't know, like don't get fucked up before you play and like, you know, like,
Play tight,
yeah. Right? Like, hardcore music is like, I mean, depending on what style of hardcore you play, you know, it can be technical or be non-technical, but at the end of the day, like, you know, it starts and stops and fast parts and tempo changes and like, no matter how like simple someone thinks the music is, there's an art to it.
Oh yeah.
And it matters to me if people take it fucking seriously or not, because like, it's, I don't know, it's like a part of me, right?
Yeah.
And so like, we want to take this music seriously. So like, that's how we took all our shows, like, you know, not to toot our horn or anything, like whether we're playing in front of like 3 people or 300 people, play the same always, no matter what. But yeah, on New Year's shows, we'd like, I don't know, try to have fun. And so like I'm trying to think, like the first year we played like our second bass player, Micah's, like, I don't know, he had like a video game, like kind of like a converted garage. He played video games in for like 10 friends and got wasted and played and whatever. And I think like the second year we played like Robert's house, like over off Woolley. And it was like so funny because like we had like the automatic garage door and like we opened with Crucified and like did the whole Crucified intro and then like hit the garage door thing and waited for the garage to come up and then played for all the people like in the front of that. Yeah, they're like in the driveway. So we do the intro like behind the garage door and then like hit the button. It's all like we wait for it to go up. And then like kick into the verse.
With the garage door.
Yeah, like we kick into the verse. And then, like, I don't know if there's another one, because I don't remember. We were only a band for 5 years. So, one of those years, Modern Life is War was in town. And they're like, we want you to play, like, a New Year's, you know? And we're like, we weren't really going to do it. And they're like, all our fucking equipment's in the van right now. Like, we're parked literally, like, 30 feet away. Like, let's do it, you know? And, like... Like, okay. And so we set up in Ryan's garage. He lived in like his mom's garage forever. And like set up and played. Like the only thing we didn't have was a PA. So like Ryan just used like an empty beer bottle. You know? Yeah. Just like pretend, you know, like cause like, you know, hardcore is like, it's kind of weird. Like there's always like, there's like, there's like, you know, when like the mic fucks up or someone drops it and like then you're like two-handing it. Like it's weird. There's not a focal point.
No.
You want a focal point. So yeah, he sang the whole show with like an empty beer bottle, when he wasn't drinking a beer, like working towards the next empty beer bottle. And anyway, like, yeah, I don't know. It was just chaos. Like, his girlfriend at the time, like, she beefed this other chick, and like this girl like stabbed her, like in the butt, like she got like stabbed like in the butt, like the butt cheek, like the butt meat, And then like there was this kid, and I feel really bad about it to this day, but like he like got like surged into me, and I'm playing guitar, and so like I like stumbled and like went back, and like it knocked over like their half stack, but his head like it fell on like a backpack, so it was safe. But like I didn't see that, and so like I took this kid and like choke slammed him like while I was playing guitar, like literally like it was terrible. And I feel really bad about it. Like I don't know who he was, but like and it wasn't his fault. So you
choke slammed him.
Regardless,
yeah.
I know it's terrible.
It's hard. But...
I know. And if that was you, please send me an email and I'll send you a bunch of free shit because I have no idea who you are. But I do feel very bad about that. But yeah, there was this Rager Silver Strand Beach. Sick. It's like that's how it goes on Silver Strand Beach on fucking New Year's Eve in Ryan's garage when you're goaded by a band from Iowa to get fucking buck wild and play.
Straight.
We actually played with them like last year or something for that band Culture Abuse's record release.
Okay.
It was like the weekend. They played LA and then San Francisco. We played both shows.
Oh, sick.
And Modern Life is War played both. But I remember in San Francisco, they're like, "Oh, you guys are from Oxnard. Like, you guys know In Control." I'm like, "Well, yeah, everybody from Oxnard knows In Control." Like,
yeah.
And whatever. And he's like, "Oh, we used to tour them." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Like, I've seen a lot of shit. Like, you guys roll through." And he's like, "Yeah, that's sick." Like, I didn't even have much to say, but he's like, "Oh, yeah."
Do you remember who you talked to?
The singer.
Okay, Jeff. Yeah, he's great. He's like, he moved to Oakland. I think that Chris, a bass player, was in Arizona for a while, and then Jeff might have gone out and lived with him. And then now Jeff's in Oakland, and he's doing like, kind of like DJ stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he has a side gig or what he's up to, but those guys are great. They hit us up on one tour, and we went out and like played with them before they had. It was either right before or after they put out like their 7-inch. Like they weren't anything yet.
Yeah.
But like that 7-inch is so sick. Are you guys familiar with it at all?
Yeah.
That Destination Death or Better Days.
Yeah.
It's like their rager.
Yeah. That's like as melodic as I'll go, I think.
Yeah. The LP's got a little slower and a little more like intricate, but like, dude, it was fucking. Is that Spidey?
Yeah.
Spidey.
I don't like that.
Dude, 8 eyes.
I was like
that. 8 eyes on you, dude.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hey, that's fucked up. Hey, everyone knows. Hey, get away from my bag, motherfucker. What were we talking about though?
Take this up.
We're
all right,
coming back from the story of Modern Life is War.
I think it was there we go.
Dude.
Yeah, they're sick. Dude, when Modern Life is War played the last Holding On show, that was like one of the most insane sets I've like ever seen in my life. It was like,
where was that at?
It was in Minneapolis. Okay. It was the guys from Dillinger 4. They had a bar called the Triple Rock.
Okay.
Which is like, it was so rad, like, because they're one of my favorite bands of like any genre. And fuck, let me get sidetracked again. Like, those guys are so cool. The bigger guitarist guy, I was telling him because Dillinger 4, they have this like comp called This Shit Is Genius, which is like all their early like 7-inches and shit. Mm-hmm. But there's one 7-inch that's not on there called like Girlfriends and Bubblegum or some shit. And I was telling him, I'm like, dude, you guys are like my favorite band. I never heard that fucking 7-inch. Like, are you guys going to re-release it or what? And he's like, hold on. And like, he called his lady and like, he's like, do we have an extra one of those? Like, yeah. And then like, he like drove home and then like got it and then came back and gave it to me.
That's
and I was like, damn, that's like the nicest thing, you know? Yeah. I was like, whoa, that was like really nice of you. Like, big fucking, that was really fucking cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah. Anyway, so, that show, like, Modern Life is War, it was like, because they're from Marshalltown, Iowa. And then they all lived in Cedar Falls, Iowa, I think, for a while. But, like, the biggest city nearby is either, like, one of the Quad Cities or Minneapolis. So I think Minneapolis kind of like adopted them because like, dude, this fucking show, Holding On like packed it out. There was probably like 500 people or some shit.
Yeah.
But when Modern Life is War is playing, like, they're like that epic band. Like everything's a fucking build up. It's like I feel like every song is like a build up. Like it was like kind of like how Strife used to be. Like every song was a fucking build up, you know. But like, dude, it was like I feel like it was like 30 rows deep of like people trying to like get to the mic.
That's so
it was like it was like the most insane thing I've ever seen. And like actually, that's the only night of my life that I ever head walked. Because I've always wanted to head walk, but like anytime I'm at a big show, it's like, man, I know like half these people up front, and I don't want to hurt any of my friends, you know. So that show, I was like, dude, this is like the greatest scenario I could ever have. Like, the stage is a perfect height, and like this is so packed up. Like, dude, I made like a legit 6 steps. Yeah. Like before I fell.
Good, dude.
That's good.
Like it was like sick. But that's the one and only time I ever did it.
Damn, I headwalked on my girlfriend once.
See?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the Carmack show.
I just headwalked at pop punk shows because that's the only time I've seen like a lot of people. Like,
oh yeah.
In the back, I can do this. And I just go up and run and do it like, and people are like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
I remember that last Die Hard Youth show. We like heckled him so hard to play Posse Change again, and then like Andy's like, okay, we'll play Posse Change again, but only if Zach stage dives. And it's like I'm right there on stage, and it's like, okay, dude, like call me out. Like no one wants me to jump on them. You know what I mean? And so like I just see like the fucking crap. Like okay, I'm on like one side of the stage, so you're gonna run across the other side and like go that way. Like like when you're at a show, like there's 2 stage dive zones, right?
There's 2.
And I just see it like thinning out over there. Like the fucking like the show veterans that like know what's up. Like they're like, well, I'm just gonna take it over here a little bit, Like it starts like thinning out, and I'm like, God damn it! Like as soon as they hit the note, I'm gonna have to run and go. And so as soon as like they hit the note, I run and go. The rest just fucking scatters like someone threw a firecracker. There's some chick like on her fucking flip phone. I just land on her, like take her down like horse collar, so I don't fucking hit my head.
Oh,
and, like
dude.
That's a wrap. But anyway, the head walking at the Modern Life was a little safer and better.
A lot more bodies.
Yeah. So you played those 2 shows, huh? Were they sick?
Yeah, dude, they were so sick. And Modern Life were like tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like still probably as tight as they were back in the day. Like probably if not more because they have more time to like go over it. Like
I think they're basically back.
They are.
They're like doing records again. They did a couple 7 inches, and like I think they're taking it seriously and going for it. I mean probably on a limited basis because they're so like far apart. But I think they're a band again. But they would never have been a band to like that band has never misrepresented themselves. Like I saw them like before, like even just we played that one town like Marshalltown, Iowa with them before they did anything, and like they were great then.
That's tight.
Like they were like a band that should be big and were, and came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like Marshalltown, Iowa is like
nowhere.
It's nowhere.
Iowa.
It's like the closest is Minneapolis, which is like kind of the start of that Great Lake swing, or you go to like the Quad Cities, which is like what Iowa and like Moline, Illinois. You guys ever go play out there? You guys only do East Coast?
We've done a lot of East Coast. We hardly have done the Midwest. We've probably stopped by Colorado Springs and like Detroit like area.
Yeah,
like, that's the most Midwest we've done.
Yeah, Colorado Springs is like
it's pretty deep in the Midwest, I guess.
It's Colorado. It's the middle of the country.
It's the middle
of the country. Yeah.
But we just did it so that we can get to East Coast. Like we played like 2 or 3 shows. We played Salt Lake City, and then went straight to what was it? I don't remember. No. Yeah, we played Salt Lake City and then Colorado Springs, and then went straight to Detroit.
How long was that drive? Like 14 hours?
It was like a little bit longer than that. We went straight through and then cut up.
How was Detroit?
Detroit was sick. It was actually the band Freedom's record release show.
Okay.
And we opened up. We were second band opening up, doing a split set with a friend's band. I forget who actually.
Did you play in Detroit proper, or did you play like
No,
like the suburbs.
I couldn't even tell. It was snowing, and we got there late, and it was just like I honestly wasn't sure where it was in Detroit. I just remember it was Detroit,
Yeah.
like area.
Like I always felt like we played the suburbs there. I can't remember like Ypsilanti and like these other little towns around there, but we never got to play Detroit proper. Because the only time that we ever went through real Detroit was when we cut into Canada. We played like London, Ontario, and then one time we cut into Canada and got like busted at the border and got deported. Like same spot. So I told the story on a previous podcast. Well, I won't tell it again. But well, they used to try to charge you like $500 a head to get a work visa. So you have to like come up with a story of why you're in Canada.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, the story's been told. So then Dead Heat goes in and you do a LP.
Yeah.
And you record with
Taylor Young.
Yeah.
And
he's doing so much.
Yeah,
he's like very prolific now.
He's done a lot for like SoCal, I think.
Fuck yeah.
Like at least half the bands that come out of SoCal, it's like he does them.
Yeah.
So he does a good job.
Yeah, like he knows how to get sounds.
He knows what people are looking for when.
Yeah.
So it's like he knew what we were looking for. Obviously, like we came in with a certain style, and he just like already knew what we were going for.
Yeah.
But he helped us out a lot with it, which was pretty good. And like obviously that turned heads.
Yeah.
So it got out a lot to like the world, I guess.
Did you record with him? And so like the name?
Yeah, the name and just his like I guess his sound that he put with it.
No, I would say like he has a sound.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
I mean at least a level of quality.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, obviously he knows what's up.
Yeah.
Because he's touched a lot of different sounds and had everything come out quality.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all good.
But yeah, the LP came out good, and Edgewood Records has been putting out as much as they could, and like I think we're gonna do a second pressing soon.
Yeah. So you went through the first press already, huh?
Yeah, basically we're in our last less than 100 copies or whatever.
Sick. Well, I bought 2, so that helps. But yeah, how do you hook up with those guys? They're Richmond label.
Yeah, Richmond label.
Yeah. So how do you know them?
Just friends. Like we had friends who knew them, and then like put in the word for us, and then we kind of just like became friends with them, and like some of the bands that are on the label already, we became friends with them, and just kind of like it was like more of like we knew them, and then like they just like saw we were doing a lot. They're like, all right, let's put it out.
Yeah. And do you do well in Richmond?
Yeah, I mean we played there like 3 times now, 2 UBs,
Yeah.
Bloods, and we played there one off show when we started the tour.
Okay.
But yeah, all the times have been good. The first United Blood was sick. Second one was a little smaller and it was still sick. Like,
yeah, I wonder if because we never played Richmond, but we always played Virginia Beach and did really well. Like other than Houston that we did really well in Minneapolis, I felt like Virginia Beach was like our just one that was like the kids were always fucking awesome. And like got it, but I feel like most of those people drove from Richmond because it's pretty close, right? Like 45 minutes or an hour.
I think it's like an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, so and it was either Virginia Beach or like Norfolk. They're like the same. They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it was like a time where how we're talking about Nard, how like there's just no clubs, you know, if like.
They did
all the Richmond kids had to like go down to Virginia Beach because like I don't know why we never played Richmond, but we always played Virginia Beach.
I know a lot of people wanted us to play Virginia Beach because they have a good like scene there, I guess too. Like
a separate scene.
Yeah, I remember we went to one of the United Bloods like the day before. We went to one of the shows there that Cro-Mags was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it was Down to Nothing, and our friend's band Enforced that we were doing tour with was playing that show. They were opening, but it was our off day. So we went there, saw that whole show, and Virginia Beach is pretty sick. Like, they had a great scene that, like, a lot of people were there, and we're just like, but I was obviously, like, thinking, like, oh, how many people were from Richmond? Because Down to Nothing's playing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Like,
yeah, if it's not one, it's like, they're friendly scenes.
Yeah.
Or lots of crossover.
But yeah, they have a good scene there.
Yeah, and then, like, that brings us up to the present on Dead Heat, huh? Yeah. Like, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? Second presso, that's nice. Did he do 500 or 1,000?
I think it was 500 or 600 something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
still like impressive in these days
like,
of music. Like go through that first press.
Yeah, I've never had an LP before this, so it's like
Yeah.
I mean, technically.
Well, yeah, a 12-inch EP.
Yeah, 12-inch EP.
But this is a legit LP.
Yeah.
And it fucking rips. And that's up. That's what's up, huh? I mean, when I asked Stu the last time we did the thing, it was like, give me the state of the alert on Nard, what's happening. He's like, dude, heat is fucking happening.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
So, yeah. And take it and run with it. You know?
We're trying what we can. I'm trying to spread it as much as possible. I'm trying to, like, I know people want to keep it locals only with Nardcore and shit.
Yeah.
But you gotta spread out.
Fuck.
You gotta tell people
what's tight, is like...
You gotta tell people what's up with us.
Yeah.
The EP wasn't on Edgewood, was it?
No.
Okay, it was on that Long Island label.
Yeah, it was on.
They slapped Nardcore signs all over that release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, because it's a different thing, you know, and like, I don't think that we're a town with like a chip on its shoulder, but we're a town that like, we've always tried to like say we're different. We're not like, we're not trying to be a part of something else.
Exactly.
Like we stand on our own.
Trying to stand up.
Yeah. We stand on our own, you know, and so, man, I get so happy when I see that heat shit everywhere. You know, I love it. It's like, I want someone to run with it. I've been waiting. And I think there's been bands that have been good enough, like, to do it. Like, I think that if Never Met came out with that intention, like, we could have done it. Like, you know, a little bit of a different, it would have been like a different adjacent scene. Like, it would have been like faster, like more punk.
Yeah, more punk.
But like, it was a band that was like good enough they could have done it, but it was, I don't know. You know, you have to have that intention out the gate.
Yeah.
It's hard to get it later.
This is what we want to do, and you just have goals like upon starting the band. And for us, it's always been just like wanting to play hardcore.
Yeah,
it's just like something we love to do. And like with Omega Point, we kind of had that mentality still. I feel like it might be a little different this time.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, I feel like
you guys do a lot more than
we're doing a lot more now. I just feel like. Well, I wasn't gonna play music anymore. Like after Never Met, I was pretty much just like, I got really into like rock climbing and stuff, so I was like gonna do that instead. And then one day, Nick, our bass player, was like, "Hey, let's like start a band. I want to be in a band from Oxnard.
Yeah,
let's go."
Yeah,
like say no more.
Well, you got Mike Scene again.
Yeah, you got
another scene veteran.
Yeah, it's like Mikey and Vince and myself, and we've always been the trio. We've been playing music together since fucking like 2006. So same with this guy. Like we've always been like brother bands with each other. Like Mark My Words, and then like Crucial, Treacherous Skins, and then Dead Heat. And it's like all of our bands have like played with each other throughout the years. Yeah. And so I feel like we're just doing it again. And I feel like both of us, like you and your band, me and my band, we're just like more serious about it this time.
Yeah. Obviously, we're older.
Yeah, we're just like older too.
Developed, we know what's going on. Like, at least to like what we can actually produce.
Absolutely, yeah. We've already fucked up enough.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And the Omega Point is 2 different EP recordings.
Yeah, we have a demo, and then we just put out a promo, but we're sitting on like 5 or 6 songs now. So we're just waiting to release those and get those squared away.
Get them out.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah. You gotta do a split. Get someone to fucking do it.
Tight.
But whatever.
Start your label, dude. I'll DIY.
Dude, I can't do a label. That shit is fucking just burn my money.
That's
you know? You know? I mean, like people now, like I don't know, they got an angle on it. They can. I mean, that's so awesome that you know that guy can put out and sell 500 records. Like he's got like he knows what he's doing, right? I don't know what I'm doing, and like that's it. I put out stuff purely to like document it, but I didn't do that much. Yeah. You know, I mean, even the Never Met, you guys did all the work.
Yeah, we did all the work. We just were like, dude, Camel Clutch put out that.
Yeah, and I think I like told you like maybe where to press it and where to get stuff.
Yeah, you helped us a lot with that for sure.
Because that's hard. But I mean, the first time I did a record, you know, I had to do all the footwork, but like Fred knew the phone numbers. And it was like, it was weird then. Like, call this guy for the mastering, call this guy for the labels, call this guy for the pressing, call this guy for the whatevers. You know, it's like you had to get at all this different spots, you know, but everyone's there to help. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's all I got. I mean, I was planning an hour ago to go down the bands, and we started with Civil Conflict,
but we just like stopped.
and then
straight to the other band.
Then we started talking bullshit for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Civil Conflict, and we got Bootleg Brigade, and they're both young, and they're both sick,
Yeah.
and they both need to put
Operation
out records.
Oxnard.
Operation
There's a band
Oxnard.
called Operation Oxnard.
Fuck yeah! What do they sound like?
Okay,
I don't know what they sound like.
Okay, but they're a young up and
They're
comers
just a
too.
punk band. It's members of Civil Conflict.
Okay, so they're
And
doing a
they're
soft record.
fast, and they are good at what they play. I have yet to hear. I don't know if they have any recordings yet, though.
Okay,
I've just been seeing them on flyers a lot.
okay.
Yeah.
And then what's popping like out of your scene? I see like one of you guys posted something recent, like, oh, here's this other band that's starting up, this and that. Nothing.
Oh, I'm in another band,
Oh, Combat Shock.
Combat Shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like a D beat. It has been like some of the people from Blasting Concept,
Cool.
were guitarists, and then some people from Dead Heat. So it's just like a mix. And then we're just throwing off members. I'm playing bass.
Which guitarist from?
Our lead guitarist is singing. Anthony.
No. Which guitarist from Blasting Concept?
Ben.
Okay.
He's a skinny.
He's in Stalag and
Yeah, he's in Stalag right now.
and
He took his
Stop Breathing.
Stop his Casillas spot.
He did.
Yeah.
Crazy. I gotta get Casillas. He lives behind Larry White, but I didn't get him last time. I did a Larry White interview, but we did it like in his backyard. And like Casillas is like right there. Wake up. Wake up.
Just pop over the fence.
Yeah. Anyone else you want to go through?
Yeah. Well, Slow Bleed. I'd throw Slow Bleed, dude. They're heavy.
Slow Bleed is like from Santa Paula.
Yeah, Santa Paula.
That rules.
805.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Santa Paula is like
Santa Paula's tight.
that's part of this shit.
No doubt.
You know?
Do you know any bands with Santa Paula?
No.
Ever?
No. You know any bands for Satakoy?
No.
Me neither.
Maybe.
What about-
Oh,
but if-
Vendale Park is like, that's like East End Ventura, though.
Yeah.
That's not Satakoy,
No.
so never mind.
But have you played parties in both spots?
No.
I have.
No.
No, I haven't actually. Yeah, I was trying.
They were
I was
both
like,
terrible.
Wait, did I?
No, that was the low days of Oxnard Hardcore. That was when we were building this shit.
On the outskirts.
Yeah. Play a party anywhere. Fucking,
not-
you want to play this party in Satakoy where no one likes you? Fuck yeah.
I'm down.
You know? How about Moore Park? Is there a band from Moore Park?
I feel like there is, but I don't know. Like there was like a couple years. It's like that one band that was like very Nardcore. They were from Simi Valley or like
Who was that?
I don't know. It was like a punk band.
Fist Fight on Ecstasy. They're from like somewhere out there and they claim Nard.
Are they?
I think, what's his name from Last Priorities in that band, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Stamps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sick though.
I mean, that's fine.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the
Locals
thing.
mostly, dude.
Yeah, the more the better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like it.
3 Day Holocaust.
Yeah.
What's up with them?
Just Ventura, like, hardcore punk band. More on
Is
the...
it Fly Swatter movie?
Yeah, it's members of Fly Swatter. Like, more on the end of, like, His Heroes is Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah,
Good shit. They got an LP.
They got an LP
Yeah.
out on vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, gotta cop that shit.
I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, keep going down the list. Who else we got?
Long list.
Is that long that we can't name anything?
It's on you,
I saw them the other day.
Oh fuck yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, they're good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Joe rules. Force is tight. Like,
Yeah. And they just got done recording again.
Yeah. They
Like
did
it's
with
been
Roger.
the long drawn out recording because Joe moved to Italy for 3 years. So
Yeah.
that'll put a fucking hamper in your recording.
On anything,
Yeah.
even on the comp, I'm like, hey man, do you have all this music? You have every music like band I'm looking for. He's like, my computer's like on a boat, like on its way here. So hit me back up in 3 months.
That was so funny.
Trying to think of other bands.
Murmur. They're like a metallic hardcore band from Ventura.
What's the other one that says with them? I see them on a lot of shows. In Camarillo, mostly.
Fuck.
Mulholland.
Mulholland. Yeah.
What's another one? There's a lot of smaller bands that like
But I feel like these scenes are a little
Yeah.
separate. It's like there's like literally like a melodic hardcore punk scene that's like separate from the shows we play.
Where
Yeah.
at?
Like fucking Fillmore and like
Camarillo.
Camarillo.
And like,
That's cool. Are they cool though?
yeah, for the most part. I mean, some of those kids like have come up to me and be like, "Yo, Dad, you sick and shit," and like,
Fuck yeah.
and like tell me which bands. I've checked them out and stuff, but like I've never like gone to like any of the shows to like check it out.
Yeah.
Because it's always been like weird like days, like random days that I'm.
yeah, like
Why them
Wednesday
Camarillo bands
nights
always
and
be
shit.
playing on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
No, they'll be
Tuesday
playing on
matinees,
like days
dude.
like shows that are already happening. So it's like,
Yeah, that happens too.
yeah. So it's just like,
You gotta bring them in the fold, dude.
yeah.
we gotta
You bring
just-
bring that melodic shit in the fold, and we should just do a skate park show one day and just have fucking 30 bands and everyone play 4 songs
That'd be down as fuck.
and just free.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Right.
As long as people come, I don't give a fuck.
the people will come.
As long as people come, dude. How many bands is that? Everyone's got 5 friends, right?
There's
That's
at least
already
five people in every
That's
band.
already like
5 times 30. What's that?
that's like 600 people.
Yeah,
dude.
see, you got that many.
Hey, how long have you been playing guitar for? Oh, New York hardcore documentary, anyone? Come on.
Oh, like 15 years?
Yeah.
Is that the district?
Yeah.
Got a weak spot over there. Got a weak spot over there.
Oh. All right. Anyone else you guys want to go through? What's next for Day Heat?
Yeah.
Well, we got a tour coming up, East Coast tour. We're gonna be flying out there. I think like heading to Philly and then stopping in Detroit.
So you doing this as hardcore?
No, we are not.
Not this year.
Not this year. We're doing Sound and Fury this year, obviously, and we're doing a couple things we got planned out. Something in August.
It's like a secret.
Yeah, a little secret.
Oh, little secret. That's okay because you guys are in the queue. This shit might not come out till August.
Oh,
No.
Para mi gente, you know. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of little stuff going up. Trying to hit different places across ponds.
Oh,
Trying to go.
is that Europe?
Yeah, trying to like hit that.
You gonna tour on a bus?
If
You
we
get a
can.
piece of that bus?
If we get the bus action, you know,
Yeah,
I'm down for it.
yeah, dude.
I'm down for whatever we get.
That's-
Honestly,
That's the hardcore dreem, dude. Is that Euro shit on that bus?
Dude, Eurobus.
I'm down to get warm beer. I don't give a fuck.
Dude.
I know that's all I'd be getting in Europe.
Yeah,
But-
if that's the worst thing that happens to you, that's sick.
Dude, Euro tours.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
Oh, man. I don't even know, dude.
All right,
I think we've been well represented.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've been well represented? I think that's an okay way to like.
It's a good closure,
Let's
dude.
bag on me. Like, let's bag on me a little bit. Do you not think of that's like a good way to end
This
it?
shit's tight. No, dude.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm just fucking with you.
I just like.
I feel like I've been well represented.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that like from the very first show, I asked Joe that,
Yeah.
and then Joe's like, I think that's when he wanted to talk about like, well, I produced that Missing 23rd record, and it was
Yeah.
like, I didn't even know that. That's like cool, like I didn't know.
I
That
didn't
Joe,
know that.
I didn't know that Joe produced the first Missing 23rd record, so I'm glad I asked him the question.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, or it's a time like I'm sure that some people like say stuff they don't want to say and be like, well, I apologize for I don't want to come off like a dick. I apologize for basically everything I said. I'm sorry. Mom, if you're listening, I love you. So that's all. But you guys feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
All right. Because don't hit me up in a week and be like, let's fix that shit.
Yo, I gotta edit.
We do
this.
it every episode,
Shout out
yeah.
to my mom.
Yeah.
Who did I say? Oh, Gina.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
say your name.
Gina's tight.
Oh,
Who else? Nah, I think we're good.
all right.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah. Shout out to Nard.
Yeah, Oxnard.
Sadakoi.